Hi, good everyone. This is Danokec. Today is the 17th of February 2023. So before I start, I want to read this comment. It's a very beautiful comment by a YouTuber. His name is Exact News, or the person's name is Exact News because it could be a female. Now, this is why I love sharing up my story. When I started up this whole journey, I could remember where people would message me and tell me what you're seeing would chase people away. You're talking about your private life. People would often feel you're not organized. That even if you don't see it, close your mouth and work on yourself. Someone actually said, take some days off social media and go make some research. But what people don't really understand is to err is human, right? So this simply means, I mean, we all learn. So you don't really know everything yourself. No man is an island. And I've discovered that what really kills the poor or the normal masses are, when they have an issue that needs help, they don't talk, right? They don't really come out. They don't talk and they don't know how to talk, right? So I feel when you realize your faults and you talk to the right people, they can help you make amends. Keyword on the right people. The right people are the people who would listen to you and not criticize you, but understand that you've figured out where you're at fault and you want to make amends. And people like this would help you make amends. So look at this comment. I'm going to read out the comment. I talked about company structure yesterday. I was really, really upset and all that. So this was what he said. Exact News said this. He said, please, you need to expand the HOP or create HO and M, which means, because he put it in brackets, head of operation and maintenance in your structure. Creating a product is one thing, but maintaining and improving on the product is another thing. And that is key of remaining ahead of the competitors. Now, when he said this thing, I sat down for like few minutes and I said, let me go give him a like and tell him, please send me a message on WhatsApp. I love people like this. They add more value to my life. Please message me on WhatsApp. Message me on WhatsApp. Okay, I'm going to drop my phone number too, should he not have it. I'm really, really impressed with the comments. Now, let us go straight into why he made sense. I create products often. And most times when I make these products, they are usually beautiful when they are launched. I'm somebody who really who knows perfectly fine on how to focus on things. If you've been following me up for years, one of my motto is be focused. A focused man always gets his pay. I've learned that when you consistently focus on anything, you can achieve anything, right? But now being focused is one thing, knowing what to focus on is another thing, right? So if you focus on the right career, focus on reading the right books, focus on doing the right things, you're going to get better. Now, if you still focus on wandering around the streets, you're focused on the wrong things, you would still obviously do bad. So saying the word focus is not just enough. It's saying the word focus on the right things. And now the right things is actually a problem because no man is an island. No man knows it all. Nobody's an encyclopedia of knowledge. You practically have to learn from other people. Now you could decide to go through all the bad experiences yourself and learn from all your errors, or you could learn from other people who have made certain mistakes in their life and picked up from it. So when I make videos, sometimes people rush to tell me how, oh, you shouldn't be disclosing this. People will lose confidence in you. Nobody will actually lose confidence in me, right? Okay, for instance, now let me shock you. We just recently opened up a new office in Abuja, Apo precisely. I'm going to be posting out the address. Anybody can go there and see what I'm saying. Now, this office now is structured in a way that is a normal, when I mean normal, I mean fully fledged corporation kind of structure where there is a department for every single person. Like I said, money has not been a problem for me. The problem has been knowing what to do with it, which is the right way. Like it's not just about focus. You need to learn or know what to focus on. That's why you keep seeing me read books all the time. Because it's one thing to have money, it's another thing to know how to keep building that generational wealth. Now, what this guy said makes perfect sense because whenever I create a product, it's always good at the beginning. Now, let me walk you through. I started creating a prediction software. It was one of the best. That was the point I got to. The betting companies who constantly want to upgrade their algorithms. It was very difficult to me. Now I coded a catch up that would help me catch. Now sometimes the betting companies will want to change their link, change some of the name of the teams, change to a new virtual football. Now, whenever they do something like this, I will practically be busy with some other project. So that simply means that project will be completely down for long. Sometimes it could be down for 1 week, 2 week, and 1 month. Now, most times even more than that. Why these particular services are done, people were constantly paying because there is an online payment, the software was created, everything was fine. But now there has been a change and things are no longer functioning as they should. So people are making payments, but they're not getting prediction softwares. I might not be available to reply them, and the next thing you'll be seeing online is, oh, he's this, or oh, he's that. Now imagine you came into the platform, you had the prediction software was good, or you watched one of my YouTube videos, and then you tried to use the software. Well, then you came in when the software was no longer that efficient. Maybe now we're not having some little drawback. Now there's a very high possibility that you probably feel you've been scammed. You feel, oh, I paid for this, it's not working. Now, what you would not know is it's been working before now, but it ran into issues. You could also feel, okay, maybe the whole video was all a charade. I mean, you paid right now, so why is it not what like you saw online? Now, it's going to take somebody who would be able to maintain these things to make sure things are always running efficiently. Now, what I just told you right now, it's not a myth, it's reality. Go and check Renaps. The prediction softwares are down. Now, imagine while I was creating this prediction softwares, I set up a maintenance department and I told them how to keep updating the softwares. Now, imagine for each time something completely goes out of hand and it needs my, attention, I call my maintenance team and I fix up that error in their presence, teach them, let them know if this happens ever again in future, this is how to fix it. Now, I'm going to ask you one question. Will I ever have the softwares go down again and not have someone fix it up? No. Because whenever it goes again, there will be a maintenance team to constantly maintain it. Now, except maybe it's something completely out of the blue, like I said, sometimes you completely change the whole sequence. Now, that would be me restructuring. But what if I've been training somebody to do that, to learn how I structure and how I'm able to, restructure the codes? The aim and essence of a real company should be the CEO or the founder of the company thinking of how the company would survive when it's no longer available. I think I've been getting it wrong before now because I've been very selfish, courtesy of the people who I trusted, who broke my trust, who stole my code, ran with my softwares, and made me feel a fool or loss of a person. Imagine creating a prediction software only for you to see your friends, your staffs sharing your code and opening up their own. I have three people who are, no, two. The other one, I think he didn't even, he just did YouTube and he stopped. But two actively are my competitors in my industry. These are people who I brought to Renaps and they started opening their own, took my code and they started developing it. Now you now see why it's difficult for me to bring someone else and maintain. But if I'm making this talk about trust issues, we're still heading up to the past. Remember the past is something that has happened. You cannot go back to it, right? And they're very toxic people, they're bad people, they're people who would make you lose opportunities because of what they would do with you. Like people who I met at the beginning who almost ruined my life, gave me issues to mistrust everybody. That if I see a good software programmer right now that I can train, that can be of help to me, I'm scared of training them. Why? Because there were some bad eggs I met. Now, but I asked myself a question. What will the banks do? Because I know the banks, they have people they train, they put them in position of billions of naira. So in a nutshell, you still need to trust people. Now the question is, how do you pick these people? You need to learn how to define tests. Define tests simply means you need to look for a way to grill these people, screen these people, give them psychological tests that would help you know if they can cheat. There is always a tell, oh. You can know a thief. No matter how they pretend, you can set them up. There was this point, I think that was 2017. There was this very politician I was with. I'm not going to call his name. And one day I was talking to him because I'm very, very close to him. And I said, that one day I would like to be a politician, oh, but I'm very, very scared. That people could betray me, stab me, give information. And he said, if anybody who could do that, they won't pass the first test now. And I said, what test? He said, that before he employs anybody, he would send one of his friend. He's a politician, oh, right? He will go on a meeting and he will send one of his friend or anybody around to come and offer you bribe. So now imagine right now you're working with me and somebody tells you, can you help me get Mr. Daniel's source code? That software he created, I'm going to give you 10 million naira. Go and get the code for me. And the person gives you like 200k first of all, to just, this is your transport, right? And now that person receives the money, right? Now, what the person does next will determine if I would start telling them confidential information. We can actually just have him be a test computer, put it there, and I'll tell the person that this code is worth millions of naira. Oh. That this code is like my everything. Oh. And then you constantly plant people who will be telling him, come and bring that code. Now you make sure you do it in such a way that you do it with people whom you've vindicated before and trusted. Now if that person returns back and says, oh, I'm not gonna do this, Mr. Daniel, some people are offering me money, I rejected it, fine, good. Show him something that looks like the real one. After a period of time, test him again. So politicians are constantly testing who they're with because these are the people they go out with. They can't go out alone. You have to go out with your security. You have to go out with your bodyguards. But somehow these people are responsible for your life and death. So the question is, how are you really sure of them? That is where that test comes in. So all this while I've been getting it all wrong. I've been thinking I should be the one maintaining the software. Now when this guy made this comment, it just dawned on me that he's right. Okay, let's talk about the Renaps auto base or server base where people put money. There is this bot that plays for them. Now, at the beginning, the bot was working perfectly fine. Then there was some point there was some mix up, things were not going very well, some data is corrupted. I had to leave every single thing I was doing to jump into there. Before I could even do it and have time and manage myself, it ran into months. Now imagine I had a maintenance group, like people who would help me constantly want to maintain how the company is being run. Now this simply means oh my god, what is happening to my what is it called again? Camera? I think someone is trying to call me. So let me pause and resume back. Okay, resumed. Beautiful. So imagine there was a head of operation. I didn't even think of this one. No. I just thought of management. But I still need, I know I'm the CEO, but for every single product we create, I should create people who will be able to maintain those products. So please, please and please, exact news. I'm grateful. I am happy. And you're part of the major reasons why I come out online to teach people like you. Are part of the major reasons why I come out online to teach, to share my flaws. Right now, you saw that I had flaws. There was somebody I blocked. I blocked him. He was telling me rubbish things. Oh, I'm a victim of one of you. I know he said I'm a victim. I did a business with the company years ago, and like I'm constantly telling you right now that who is calling me now? I've said it before. Now, before you call me, you text me. I don't know why people find the information. What's it called again? Difficult. So follow. Okay, now he was talking about this one. I did not hear from people again. Even while I was even telling him that it was only me that was like, some people they don't really see the positive thing. You talk and talk and talk and talk. It's the one that is on their mind they want to talk. So they somehow block their ears and they're just waiting for you to finish your mind so they can pour up whatever they want to say. And anything you're saying again in return, they don't even care. So I just deleted him and I blocked him. Like I just told you right now that I had structural problem. We have started structuring the problem. We've even gotten an office right now. And you're now making reference to 3 years ago, even when you're seeing that the person who owns this company has said, I was the fault, my structure was bad, and fixing up this structure means we're going to have a better product that would last even for a longer time. So people like you, exact news, are the major reason why I'm not ashamed of talking my flaws. Like I said, my flaws, you have given me a better decision instead of insulting me. There was someone that came in last time and said, oh, so your services are so bad. I'm going to save this video. Should you come tomorrow and say you have the best services? And I'm like, wait, oh, somebody has issues and they accepted their flaws. They want to stand up and pick up and you want to save their flaws. So you're using it to torment them tomorrow. I told him, I said, I will never give you the opportunity to use it against me because I will do better than when you bring up my past will look like what it is, a throwback and a past. So thank you very much for that news. Talking about the maintenance, it's really very beautiful because even the courses, like some of the courses I create on specific projects, things get outdated. Like the forex bots, the crypto trading bots, even the AdSense, traffic bots. Most times those plugins get outdated. Now imagine the course that I did now. I have to go and start from the beginning. But in reality, right now, if you have a maintenance, group, a maintenance operation, now they will get to look into this and say, Mr. Daniel, the only thing that has fault here is this and this, or even if it requires doing the videos all over again, they've already followed up what it looks like. They can be able, you can just give them little advice, and they go back and they maintain it and they do something nice. Other than people waiting for me, and it's only when I'm confident I will not attend to them, and then I have so many things on my hands, so people don't even get to understand those ones. What they know is that they paid for a service, they want what they paid for, which is value. You're not giving it to them, you have to be a foreigner, you have to be a scam. There's nothing you want to say that anybody will listen to you. When in reality, it's not just like that. But it's not really their fault, it's mine because I should have had a maintenance group to maintain that thing. It's more like you have you have some products, right? And you sell this product. They were all good when you made them, and now they're bad. People need to clean them. People need to service them. Now you don't blame customers when they come in and say, this thing is dirty, oh. This thing is no, I can't buy, oh. It is used. It's not. You need somebody to dust it. So you won't force people to buy something that is unkept because you did not employ people to manage it and maintain it. So thank you very much again. Is that news? I'm really really what's it called again? I'm happy and grateful. Now I'm gonna be going next into asking a very big question. What or how would you think my services can get better? I've planned all through, employed customer. As I'm talking to you right now, we're training our customer care department professionally. We're setting up call lines. Anybody calls in, they hear people talk to them. We're also setting up our academy. So that means anybody can go in there here in Abuja and learn anything that has to do with software programming. So if you're having issues learning online, we're setting up where you can go there, enter there, learn. I'm not going to be the one to teach you, obviously. I'll be very hooked up. But that is where it comes in, teaching people who can teach. Like all my life, I've been doing things alone because I've been working with people whom I couldn't trust. And I'm beginning to really understand that they're really nice people. There are nice people like me in the world. But the problem is we sometimes do certain things that attract the wrong people, right? So one of the things I've really learned to do is this: share your flaws. If you have an issue, share it. Just make sure you don't repeat it. Like I will tell people, I will tell you things that I have made decisions, I won't repeat it again. Like I look at I obviously do not have pride problem. Or contrary to what people say, people feel I have pride issues because basically they've taught me how to carry myself well. Okay, imagine where in the position that I am right now. I try to package my, self well and, coming in a very humble way, and I just meet you and I'm talking to you casually. The next thing, you're beginning to talk to me carefully, even if I did nothing wrong for you to see me less. So just practically because I gave you that privilege to easily access me, or I came in a humble way. Let me just say about what happened. This was last week. Last week I had sent some of my staff to get me a clothes, right? So they I sent them to shop, right, so they could get me like a shirt, like any beautiful shirt. I wanted something black, and I wasn't okay with what was on the wardrobe. Now, when I told them to go there, they went there. They bought the shirts. After buying the shirts, they did the transfer. Now, the people who saw the transfer said they did not see. Right now, we all know Nigeria network has been giving lots of trouble, lots of issues, and so when they called, they said, "Asa, they're trying to sort it out." I checked my time; it's already taking too long. So what is happening? Why is it not, why is it not done that way? Like, what is happening? They said, sir, please, let's go. I said, okay, could you just make a surplus payment? My PA was like, okay, no, sir, let us wait a bit. I'm here with them. Maybe let's. I said, no, 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 I have a meeting to attend. So sort out the bill, however you can sort it out. Get the clothes. Let me put it on and head for this. What is it called again? This meeting, because it was more like a mini conference. Now they came in, they paid with another card, and they got back. So when they got back, then the PA and the accounting department was following up the transaction. They said, which is the company they bought it, or the shop they bought the thing from, said they had received the payment. That means they had acknowledged the payment. Okay, fine. Give us a refund. That was on like on a Friday. They called. They said, okay, they will refund the money that day, the next day, the next day. They kept on posting this thing. Like, the funny thing is, when PA calls, they tell her today. When accounting goes, they tell her today, tomorrow, tomorrow, next tomorrow. At the point, I wasn't really, into the whole thing. Like, I mean, obviously, I have other things doing. And then I was okay. That was yesterday. I think I was at the balcony. I was at the balcony because I couldn't eat. I was thinking there are a lot of things to do, and then I was going through my structure because I was structuring some things, and I started overhearing them talking about, we have not still gotten it. Oh, we would want to get there. I said, what is happening? I said, please come in. What is happening? I'm hearing your voice. They said, sir, the clothes that we bought for you few days ago, we paid twice. We paid the first one, which is for transfer. They said they did not get it. We paid for the second one, which they received. They gave us receipt. So do you know that since that day till today, it's always, I want to pay. I want to pay. Send account. That she has sent the account number more than 2 times. They keep turning her. That one of them said, she's very busy. She did not remember today. I said, how often have you communicated with them? She said she has been communicating with them back and front. They're not listening. They will just say they will do it, and sometimes even before she talks, they cut the call. I said, okay, no problem. I said, try and call them or meet them today. Now, today she went there with the accountant, and some other person, and they were raising their voice. Please pay this money. It's more than a week. Now, when people approach a particular store, they buy something, right? Now, the moment they buy something, they do transfer. Now, the problem is most shops will tell you to just go, that they will see the alert. Maybe they take your phone number. But people, Nigerians are another problem we have. Nigerians are another very big problem we have. We want to always take advantage of every single opportunity. Now, because the network is being bad, things are not stable. People will walk into stores, buy things, claim there is a problem with their transfer. I've done it now. Some even go as far as they have somebody who does Photoshop. They'll just send the account details to the person. The person does a whole lot of concussion and Photoshop. I know they show you. And now I understood, or I would often understand where people come from. Like someone like me, There's this motto I say, put yourself on other people's shoe. Right? So me, I have a business as well. And I know how many times I'll keep hearing, sir, the money is not tallying, some people may transfer, we have not seen it. Even now, in my own all my businesses, I've told every staff, if you let anybody do transfer, you did not see it, I will deduct it from your salary. So when they said the company did not, I said, okay, no problem now. Let them pay. After all, they have an office, right? This is a store. I keep calling them a company because it's like a big store. I don't want to mention their name because I'm thinking of, even I don't want to. Let's just focus. So she went there. They met her. They were not asking her. Okay, when she first went there, she took a video, and they were videoing the whole incident. They said, "We've been here. We've been here before. We've been here again. We came in. You said you transfer this money. You know what is happening." They now said, "Why are you videoing?" And I had it when they called me back. I said, "I see what is happening." No, they said that they want to walk them out of the store. I said, "They want to walk you out of the store." They said, "We're making noise. We came in. We videoed. How much is even the money for self?" I said, "Ah, how much is even the money self?" I said, "This is almost a week." They said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Ah." And then the PA was, I said, "Calm down, calm down, calm down." I said, "Calm down. How much is even the money?" I called my security. They came in, they followed me. Called my two bodyguards, they followed me. I was just putting on something very simple. I went there. I didn't even bother to talk to anybody. I don't have any business with anybody because I already heard how they were telling my staff that they were making noise, they should go outside. You see how human beings behave. When I got there, they said they can't allow policemen enter into the mall with arms. So two things are involved: either they drop their arms or they stay outside. Now, obviously, these policemen are like from the government, so you don't really expect them to drop their arms with anybody. It's one of the most risky. I won't even want to hear an escort attached to me lost his gun. I don't want to start hearing how they want to recover it or if we kept it for some other thing illegal. I don't Just hold your gun. It's government's property. Just stay outside. I went to the two bodyguards because they often put on their suits. I've gotten some security. We went into there. I didn't even bother talking to them because I already have one guy. He's already on a uniform, but he has no gun. So the other officers have gun, but that one has no gun. With my two security. When I got there, they didn't even understand it. They were not even aware that these other people were my staff. Good afternoon, sir. Madam is okay now. Please, customers are here. Let them buy something. And I'm now wondering how they're suddenly telling my staffs now that they should keep quiet. Okay, what is happening to the refund? Right? I didn't talk. I just said, I want to see the management. And they said, okay, sir, is there a problem? I just told the other security man, go and look for wherever the management is. That one started moving on straight. The one of the staff said, please, this is our staff quarter. You can't go there. I said, officer, join him. I don't know how they told the management that one man is there. He came out there, good afternoon, sir. Is there anything you want to buy? I said, I don't want to buy anything. I said, are you stupid? He said, no. I said, are you stupid? He said, no, sir. No, sir. What did I do, sir? I said, fine. I said, PA, come here. She was already having some argument with them. I told her, shut up. So she was quiet. Them, they were talking back, but she kept quiet because she knows, obviously, you talk when I just tell you, shut up, you're done. I'm me when it comes to business. I said, nobody should talk again. I said, have you spoken to the manager? She said, no. I said, how long have you been here? She said, for the past 2 hours. That was before it got to my notice. I said, fine. I said, manager. He said, yes. I said, are you aware people were complaining? He said, but he has told the accounting department to handle it. So some people came out, they were trying to do the refund, but the girls were not listening. I said, the girls were not listening. He said, yes. I said, you videoed? They said, yes. I said, fine, get me the phone. I said, stop the video. They said, sir, we're still videoing. I said, no, stop the video. Right? Any other person can video, but stop the video. Then I played the audio, like we stopped it, we played it from the beginning. I said, this is my staffs talking to your own staffs. This is your workers shouting at them and they're making noise. Please show me where they said they want to make a refund here. They were practically saying that, oh, all these girls, even I just jam small money, because you wear Bone Street, because this one, because that. I was not like wondering, did you people even realize that these people are official people? No, they didn't. Now, obviously, the manager was now in a very calm tone. To him, now he already feels maybe there is problem. I said, I would like to see you outside. He said, is there any problem? He can't go outside. I said, okay, there are two ways you can do it. It's either I look for the management of this company. I will just go through my firm, send them a lawsuit. Staff, you guys should go outside. Immediately, they were going outside. I told the police officers, the one on Mufti, let's call them to the other hill. They should stay there and wait for me. I said, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. If I don't get my alert, I'm going to leave here. But you'll be chasing me to look for a way to settle out of court. And I'm not going to listen to you. Now, there are day, you don't even reach 2 minutes. I saw an alert. So you're now wondering why it's as if psychologically I'm rude. It is simply because most times people do not really understand things. This is a real life story. I think I still have part of the clip. I don't know if it's on this phone. I think it's on this other phone. I mean, okay, one of the phones are still here. Let me see if I can play one of the video. I think they dropped it to me. I don't want to play the video too much so it doesn't show because they've settled me. But this was okay. That's your manager. Okay, you're the one who received the payments. Now this was their management. And said you couldn't open your app, and this is exactly 1 week. Now, because the management said, oh, they couldn't open their app when they did the transfer, right? That let me play. You hear his response. Okay, let me hear you. Go on. Yesterday, the account number that we requested. The one with the fee, are you stupid? That was me. Those are the fee holla sometimes. He said, why are they doing? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? What are they doing? Okay, now while we're talking, those other staffs that were there, they were shouting for them before I came in, right? Then this other guy, maybe he wasn't observing. He said, "Why wanna they video this thing now?" And that was when I'm usually very very blunt. Like I tell you guys, people think I'm rude because I've gotten to an extent in my life where I just understand that some human beings behave like animal. Pardon me to say. That is why you have prison. That is why you have what is it called again? Guard room. That is why you see military people punish them. Human beings as a whole. If you don't act most times, it seems like it seems they won't even take you serious. Hold on. Okay, so I don't know if that was the accountant coming in to talk. I don't know who this person was. Or I think that was the accountant coming in to talk when the manager was talking. And how much is the money? Are you crazy? Why are they videoing? How much is the money? Are you mad? Like you practically received money twice from a particular customer. You're not even apologizing to say, oh, I'm sorry. The first payment you made, I did not receive it. I received it late. I am deeply sorry. This is your refund. Or maybe we're having a downtime. You're telling them how much is the money. I could buy the whole office, the whole shop if I want to. I can buy every single thing there. Are you crazy? Now, the moment they saw that, me, I was raising my voice. So the moment they saw that there was security, in fact, let me be factual with you. Now for beat that guy, okay, he couldn't say anything. He couldn't say anything. I don't want to. I'm just giving them the respect based on the fact that they've refunded me. I would have beat if they hadn't refunded me. I would have showed. But let me just show you guys a bit of what the place looks like. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Let me just show my face and a bit of where the store is. It was really very annoying. I had to leave every single thing I was doing today to go there. Now the money came out. The same thing has not been out for more than a week. They saw escorts, they saw police, they saw bodyguard. All of a sudden, why are human beings like this? So when somebody sees me tomorrow now, and it's as if I'm going on with lots of security, it's as if I'm raising my voice. It's because people are usually this kind of people that, or human beings normally, when they meet. Okay, firstly, I've really learned that. Okay, when people complain I'm rude, I've really learned that most times people do not obey certain instructions till actions are taken, right? And I understand that as a human nature, and that is why basically you see me raise my voice sometimes. I don't raise my voice for fun. I'm not upset for fun, but I know that people rarely respect silence. I get anger issues. No be where army dey. I get anger issues. No be where soldier dey. If you dare do it with a soldier, you will do fraud jump inside poto. Like there are consequences. So me myself, I've started learning how to live a life full of consequences. Now this is why simply whenever I make mistakes, I sit down, I acknowledge where I make mistakes, and I try to fix it up. Now as long as things have been done amicably, I don't think anybody would. I don't know why they actually feel I'm rude, but I'm happy. My staffs were polite. PA was polite. Accounting department was polite. Everybody was polite, apart from Dannyokec, who went there and shouted. And after within few minutes, the alert came in. Now tell me if being completely polite solves things, right? You see countries are scared of the US. It's not because the US is polite, it's because the US has a whole lot of force. What I mean force, you try Russia, you try US, now nuclear, right? You see all those small countries, nobody respects them. So what I want to do right now this year, 2023, is simple. I want to be able to have a proper structure in my business where customers are being served up to an extent where they would have no reason to be, upset. Right now, if anybody ever tells you I am angry, I am a rude person, I am an arrogant person, the honest and the sincere truth is it rarely happens. Now, people who have good experience with me have okay. Imagine this refund was given. I don't think I would have ever been there. Now, if somebody sees me now coming up with security, this guy, he pack police come, he carry bodyguard come, he was shouting at them because that was what I told, are you crazy? And I could, okay, this was when some people intervened. Whatsoever must have happened, we are sincerely sorry. This was a man who said, I don't want to show his face, but he told me. Please, whatsoever happened, we are sincerely sorry. He is the store manager. Okay, that was the store manager. Please, one of your staff should interfere or put mouth in this matter. You understand? Good. The guy, the manager said, I don't know if that. Okay, that's the store manager. That guy is crazy. I mean, I'm talking to you, and the accountant is saying, why are they videoing now? How much is the money? Now, I do not want things like this to repeat, right? And I feel, let me be honest with you too, these people lacked structure, right? This is a very big mall, but they lacked structure. And I myself, I'm not innocent to. There have been so many times where people would have issues with my platform. And today I felt what it feels like to be in that position where your money is hung for days. I mean, it's changed, but sometimes the amount of the money it's not the problem, it's how you're being treated. So this is me making an official announcement that from now henceforth, not only will I have a structure in all of my business, but I will make sure I put customer satisfaction first. If I hadn't received the refund, I would have filed a lawsuit. But I can bet you that if we had entered that store and the customer care representative, apologized, those things would have not happened. So this simply means right now that I've learned also. I even called the customer care department, which is the head of customer service. And I told them, see, this I forwarded a video to them. It's a 7 minutes video, and I said this is what I wanted to do, and I know there are other people too like me who don't want to take consequences or take things lightly. So I've decided right now I'm going to structure the company in such a way that it's going to be customer satisfaction first, And this thing they call apology, it really goes a long way. Of recent, have really learned how to apologize to customers. Now, most people who bought from you, let me be honest with you, the cloth I bought is very beautiful. I wish I could show you the cloth. It's fine. It's a shirt. It's beautiful. It's nice. I love the quality of the shirt, but I'm likely not going to ever in my life patronize them again. Not because their product is not good, but because somehow they had a customer care service that was bad. What happened to telling us to sit down, calming us down and try to resolve things? Must I let you know that I'm a CEO and I have money and I can arrest you, I can sue you in order for you to do what you want to do? Now, the way this company behaves have been behaving. Sometimes people have to go extra mile. I know it's not my fault though, because I have so many things on my head. I'm always working. It's not easy. But what I'm promising you is I'm not going to ever let anybody complain. If anybody ever complains about my services, it has to be years ago, not going to be this year. I promise you all from the 1st of March, not only will all these structures that I've said be done, but things will be done properly because I've witnessed firsthand what it feels like when there is a bad customer service. Nobody likes ordering for things in Nigeria. There is always one comma. They are very, very rude. You go abroad, you see the way they treat customers like king. Customer like king is abroad or in big companies. Those very big, mighty companies, they employ people who have good customer staff. But you go to the average business, they want to talk to you anyhow. So please, I'm really sorry that my business was not structured. I'm sorry if you've ever had any epileptic service with me. I'm promising you this 2023. Not only am I actually developing myself, but the businesses will be so good that it will actually make you, live a better life. Thank you all. This is Dannyokec gist for the 17th of February 2023, and I hope you learned something. If you have any suggestion on what could be better, please use the comment section.